We're supping. We haven't stood up on the sup, but we're right here. Hobie, come. Oh, yes, very cold. Note to self, I don't have to run today. I didn't have PT this week, so I inadvertently developed a running streak and a limp. So it's kind of a problem for my concept of self that I'm a determinist. I don't feel a sense of agency. I don't believe in myself, or the self. Basically just a bunch of neurons that come together in a certain way. Basically, determinism says that anything that happens can be explained as a product of prior circumstances and natural laws. So my running here can be explained by the laws of neuroscience and psychology and physics, a story about last night's Tinder date, as well as by the fact that I like to run. But I like to run only because I was exposed to it from an early age, and it helps me cope with some mental health issues that I don't feel responsible for either. So it all comes down to neuroscience and this cognitive phenomenon that we have of selfhood. I can sort of dissolve myself out of all of these explanations of things that I do and things that I am. I mean, the self is just the mind, right? Awareness. And the mind is just the brain. This view is self-defeating, essentially. Get it? There's no self to begin with. But that's not a problem for this view. That's a problem for people who believe in the self. And I think it's a product of trauma. Thanks for watching this meaningless video.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women sing.
We gravitate towards people we identify with, and we identify with people who have similar experiences to us, in particular similar
When
traumas.
you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange.
In this video on the self, I'm exploring the connection between the mind and the brain.
When you're strange. When you're strange. When you're strange. Alright, yeah.
I learn a lot about myself by interacting with other people. It's these connections that give me a sense of self. There are also connections within my mind that give rise to my sense of self, but those are much harder for me to understand. So the idea for this topic came to me during a Tinder date that I went on with a guy who had a back injury. And that made me think about the fact that the back is closer to the mind/brain, because the spinal cord is part of the nervous system, than is the knee. Back injuries are generally more serious than knee injuries, for instance, so the knee feels like more peripheral to the body, further from my sense of self than something as essential as the spine is. So there's a centrality to the self. You can get closer to center yourself, the mind and the back. Maybe you can understand the mind-body connection a little bit better through exploring this train of thought. So that's where I'm going today with this video. Do you feel like you came from a dualist tradition? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Dualism was always introduced to me as something ridiculous.
Wow. Something ridiculous. That's a little harsh. It's just
Like
dualism.
substance dualism.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just like, makes no sense to me.
Substance dualism doesn't make sense to you.
Makes no sense to me.
Why was I inculcated in this stupid cult?
The thought is that
I could be dreaming. I don't know that I'm not hallucinating. I don't know that I experience objective reality, because there's always the possibility that I could be dreaming or that I could be a brain in a vat. Because, yeah, this is standard external world skepticism.
You know what you need is a conflagration. 'Cause when I see the blood, the bits of your broken tooth, it gives me the proof that I need. It's the proof that you bleed.
What is reality anyway? Skepticism says that nothing's necessarily real, and there's no debunking skepticism. So I'm always in a state of relative dissociation. Cool. Let's go through. I think of the mind and the body as distinct because that was also part of like Descartes' picture. And Descartes' like the father of modern philosophy. So, whew. Yeah.
Yeah. Just curious, if you don't mind me asking, are you smoking marijuana on a regular basis?
In the hardware store.
It's all in my head. It's a fine line between cognitive function and dysfunction. But I do think that feeling functional or telling myself that I am functional helps me be more functional because of the negative thought patterns that I'm disposed to or predisposed to. Is it disposed or predisposed?
I didn't know what you were made of. Color of your blood, what you're afraid of.
It helps me simplify my ideas. I don't worry. Give myself space, mentally prepare. I'm more in the moment. Relaxation that I need from the constant worrying about having to do stuff. And my philosophical ideas, and just like ready to interact with people.
MX misapprove, oh no. Or if you're just a little.
All the feedback I get on my videos is definitely helpful. How is it helpful? It supports the expression of my ideas and helps me understand how to communicate those ideas to people. So on Hume, ideas are either directly or derived from sense impressions. And everything is ideas. Everything we know. The mind is a structured bundle of ideas, and the brain has impressions formed upon it by experience.
How you almost made state champs when you're running for the game against Alphonse.
I really want to get better connected with my knee, and I think I need to feel my body more in order to understand, in order to bridge the gap between this like lofty abstracting thing that I do and like reality. My current video is called The Mind-Brain Connection, and I've been thinking about philosophical predispositions. Well, no, the philosophical support that I have developed for this like negative thought pattern. I don't think I have to shift my views all that much to be like a happy person, but I haven't found the route to a happy, everything's okay kind of state yet, but I think I'll find it soon. Yeah. And I believe in myself like a little bit more than I used to, which is the best chance that I have.
What has helped you believe in yourself more recently?
The support of other people. I had a sex dream about you the other day.
Satisfied mind, and I'm the one.
My brain was like trying to, sleep. So dreams and sleep are all about cleaning up connections that you incidentally had during the day that might not be helpful like for long-term storage.
Thousands of steps and staircases to climb, thousands of men most likely to climb, and yet I'm the one.
Sorry, I'm shouting at you, and the sound is coming right off my iPad and back into my face and into my hat.
I'm compelled by your love, and I haven't lost
Okay.
yet. Maybe you're the one.
The second day wearing these, I don't feel clean, but that's okay.
$1 in a million.
can have the feeling or the experience, but not be it, not identify myself with it.
$10 million could win the whole lot.
So I can feel the pain in my knee, but I don't have to be in pain all the time. But I can feel that.
Hundreds of millions of papers to sign, hundreds of millions of souls left behind, and yet we're the ones. 1,000,000,001, don't the odds make you sick? To be 1 in a billion's a terrible trick. You're the
I'm
richest
happier. Oh boy. What am I happy about?
Don't stop and question. That's like the worst thing you can do.
When I was young, I was told I'd find 1 rich man in 10 has a satisfied mind, and I'm the one.
I have these ideas that have been invalidated or devalued by a lot of philosophers, but they're right. But I wasn't really confident in them until now.
I walked on that
I thought the mind had to be
over there.
I mean, I still think the mind is ideas. If I'm not a substance dualist, then I'm an idealist. I've spent 6 years in philosophy grad school researching this stuff, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's just that now I don't have academic philosophy undermining my reality. I am narrating.
No, that's funny now, and that will continue to be funny.
That's
into the
good.
future.
That's really healthy. No, because you can make it feel fine, right?
You can also just not accept the feeling, you know. That takes a lot of practice, obviously, with any feeling. Recognize, like, I am having the feeling of rejection right now,
Yeah.
but I don't feel rejected.
Wow. Wait a second. Okay. I am having the feeling. Valence bodily sensation gives rise to thoughts. They're associated with language. You could choose to identify with that language or not.
Yeah, when you have no critical distance from the feeling, then whatever you think, you're going to follow that train of thought.
You can have the feeling and think the thought, but then separate yourself from that thought. Feeling more functional? Feeling more functional helps me be more functional. The self is a narrative of thoughts and feelings. Are you mad at me for subjecting you to this video? That's okay.
It's freaking cold out here. Gonna enjoy it. We're gonna sup and we're gonna have fun. So cold. Oh, so cold. Oh, the water's cold. So cold. So cold. Shit. Still fucking cold. Oh, fuck, it's cold. My feet are dying. How are you, Hopes? Hobie's in the water. For like 3 hours this morning. No, for like 10 hours. I didn't see a single person. And all these people. All these people. It's easier to access up here. Oh, are you gonna pee everywhere? Look at you. Look at you. Alright, Hopster. Yeah, I don't want to keep going. I'm tired. My knee hurts. We made it. Independence Pass, and Hobie has peed everywhere. It's beautiful up here, but I'm cold and my knee hurts from hiking and paddling this morning, so I'm gonna come back here some other time. I'm gonna come back. not professional. Some people expect better of you. And I'm like, no, I need money. I need money. Early weekdays are the best. You can also get a dog if you have a note. Sorry. Oh man, it's so cool. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Oh my god. Sean, I gotta show you this. So big.
Not loyal to this airline. Fuck this airline. Alright. It's a unique code that helps the TSA verify my identity and prevent watch list misidentifications.
Watch list misidentifications. Ooh, you should participate in that. Let them know who you are. Just be very you. Oh, interesting. Do you do that? This thing is so big I need to take a break. I'm very confident with them today. But you might not be like me. My smallest post-it notes and I'm writing in green. I don't know why. That's stupid. You suppose. Or maybe it's just me that's changed. I don't know. I know how to take advantage of all the mental health available services.
I mean, that's what they're for, so.
That's why I'm happier. Well, okay, yeah, I guess I should have tried to make it more special.
Sufficiently special.
You're very special. You're necessarily special. Yeah, you're Sean. You're Sean Pierce. Because I feel like I'm always tricking people into hanging out with me. I'm surprised that you even wanted to do it despite that dream.
I mean, dare I say I'm accustomed to your
My
weirdness
creepiness?
at this point.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much. That makes me feel so me.
Accepted. Feel accepted.
Accepted. Okay. Non-judged, all that stuff. I can't just like sit with myself and interact with myself. Unless I'm doing my video. Okay, never mind. I'm good. It does help to think about stuff you need to work on. As long as you have that positive like end to the train of thought.
A project.
A project. Oh yeah. I love that word. I'm using that a lot more now. All right, I'm on to my next project, Sean.
Alrighty.
Thank you for That is cool. That is so exciting. Just like talk about cool shit with you because you bring the cool shit with you as well. See, I've been trying to get off weed because the doctor that prescribes me, yeah, because of that thing. It's not working.
Gotta work on it.
Do you think you're addicted?
No.
Yeah, I think this guy thinks I'm addicted. And he made me think I might be addicted. I don't like that. And they have opposite effects. And so it's not like I have an addictive thing. It's just like I hit two at the wrong time in the wrong place and I need to figure stuff out before I can not be addicted to one of them. I'm totally bullshitting myself right now.
I'll leave you to it.
Control. Control, puppy. Yeah, control. Control is big. So I just tweaked my knee while being passed by a cyclist. And I remembered that there's a component of the self that is perceived control. So when I tore my second ACL, there was a certain point at which I lost control. I was going down the slope. Wow. Such a big banana.